All right, so the next part for this project is that we have to create some interesting textured background for what we're going to cut out to be petals. So in order to do that, obviously you're going to be done painting your radiating circles. And when you're done there, you need to take your paintbrush and put it in the big red jacuzzi. From there, you should go to the store and you're going to see some construction paper. It might be yellow, it might be pink, it might be other colors. It depends on what class you're in. This example is going to be yellow. So you'll grab one construction paper, and here's the weird part. You actually don't have to write your name. Go figure. I always say you have to write your name. But for these, we're just going to make one big collection for the class and kind of pick and choose from everyone's backgrounds where you want to cut from. So it's going to be like a community background project. So you'll go and you'll grab a background color. You don't need to write your name on the back, so you don't need a pencil. And then you're going to go actually to the supply cart today instead of the store. So my supply cart for right now is over by the kiln door. It's actually right behind you. You can turn right now. You can turn and see it. There, yep, there you go. So the supply cart is right here, and it has on top of it just a few things. It has textured plates. I'll pick one up and show you a little bit closer. And it also has crayons that are, check them out, naked. Ah! Oh my gosh, cover yourself up, crayon. But no, it's important that they're naked crayons because I'll show you why. So go ahead and grab yourself a crayon and a texture plate that looks interesting to you. You could even grab a couple of texture plates, but you have to make sure you bring them back when you're done using them because everybody's going to be using texture plates today. So you'll come back to your seat. You will set yourself up. Okay. Now the texture plates, most of you probably used them before. This is how they work. The texture plates actually go underneath our paper, not on top. That wouldn't work at all. So they go underneath. You have to make sure that you're in the right area where the texture plate is underneath. Hold with your free hand. Hold your paper down strong and steady. And then rub, pushing down pretty hard with your other hand. Now we want these textured papers to be filled. Ooh, and I forgot to mention, you can grab a different color crayon too. I'll grab a red crayon really quick and I'll do the next example with red. After you're done covering the entire paper with an interesting textured background, you're going to, first of all, walk and put these back because other people are going to be using them. Okay, so walk and put those back. And then I'm going to give you the option to actually do a little bit of finger painting today. Remember, we do not mix inside of the palette, but I don't mind if you grab maybe a dot of blue. I'm going to go actually a dot of yellow, and why not a dot of a lighter blue. So I don't mind if you mix on your paper. That's totally up to you. Actually, it's fun to mix on your paper because, let me make sure that you can see, you can then make that green happen on your paper. I don't mind if you have really big dots like that. You could just do small dots all throughout. You could try scratching in with your nail and seeing what kind of texture you get there. And you could kind of just mess around. Now, obviously, I don't want it to be one big smeared mess. I know, that does look really cool. And actually, you could scratch into that. But we don't want to cover up too much of the textured background that we created. So let's not make one huge smeared mess, and let's not go crazy right here. Like, do you see how only my fingertips are dirty, not my entire hand? So let's not go crazy, but you're welcome to kind of have fun, mix inside some colors, and get just a really interesting background. Now, Mrs. Eaton will probably say out loud what drying rack she wants you to put this at. And that's about it. From there, you just need to make sure that you clean up your area or listen for your number. For example, I always say, if you sit at the number 3, and I'm not talking about the number in the air, not that number. If you sit at the number 3, like at your table, then you have this job to do. If you sit at the number 2, you have this job to do. So always make sure your area is cleaned up, but then listen in for that too. All right, thanks. Have fun.